So, welcome everyone. And today's topic will be about a very interesting topic for many people who are coming into automated trading. They would like to know how they can modify their robots, especially now I will be talking today about the DWM, our special robot, and how it can be modified. So you can be able to use it with some of your favorite indicators or your favorite trading strategies. So let's see first. Okay. Okay, let me just share the screen. Okay. Okay. So how do we modify a source code? Now, source code is basically a algorithm, which is the MQ4 for MetaTrader 4. It's the MQ4 language, and it's basically a derivative of the C language. So anybody who is aware of the C language will be able to understand the basic things behind this MQ4 language. Now, this is like the source code. Whenever you open the MetaTrader 4 and open the editor, you will be able to see the source code. Okay, so this is about the source code. Now, why do we want to customize the source code? Now, let's say you have some indicator that you like. You have, let's say, you have been using some indicator, and you find that it has some good, for you, it's something good like some good buy signals, sell signals, and you want to be able to use these signals in your trading. So this will help you. I mean, knowing how to customize or modify the source code will help you. Let's say, for example, you want to open your own e-commerce business and sell expert advisors. And if you buy the DWM from me, you will be able, the source code, you will be able to customize it. Let's say you want to resell it to your clients. You can change the, comments and change everything. So you will be able to customize it. After also, you can change the way it functions. So it will be a customized and a different EA. So it will not be my EA, it will be a different EA. You are using some things like from the basic EA, it's like a skeleton, and you are customizing it for whatever needs you want. Another reason to want to customize the source code is if you have a good system that has some really good profits and you want to increase the profits with your system, or to lower the risk and the drawdown. If you want, for example, to put hedging or put any settings that might lower your drawdown, also you can do that. And also, if you wanted to set some preferred settings and parameters, so you don't want, for example, to have every time to change the settings and the inputs. Let's say you have some favorite settings, you want them all the time to be the same. And this you can do if you customize, okay? Now, the steps of taking trades in the DWM system that I have, it has two steps mainly for taking trades. You have the first, like the rules for taking the trades. You have the first trade and you have the other trades. What I mean by that, I mean there's a system for the first trade to be taken, and there's another system or a set of algorithms for taking the other trades. Why is this important? It's important because, for example, me personally, I prefer to use Warren Buffett's rule of making money or of trading, where he says there are three rules you have to remember, like make money, first rule. Don't lose money is the second rule, and repeat is the third rule. How can be this done in this? I use the first trade. Okay, I use the first trade as the first trade, I use it to make the profit. Now, the other trades, let's say the first trade doesn't make profit, it starts to go into the negative, then the other trades will try to exit the basket of all trades at break even. This way, it's like you are always going to at least exit at break even if you have a very good system, and not lose. This is a very good way of growing your account. You use the first trade to make the money. If it doesn't work, just use the other trades to get out at break even. This is how this DWM can be used, and this is how I prefer personally to use it. Okay. Now you can link trades to your favorite signal. Let's say, for example, this is one of the indicators which I have, and it's something I like to use. And here I will show it to you in a minute on the charts how it works. So how I like to use, let's say I want that this to be my first signal. Like every time the indicator gives this signal to be my first signal. Now, if the market starts to go against me, like for example, I can't like find, okay, let's say here, it gave a signal and then it went up, okay? I want that it will start to use the movement of the market against me and add trades in such a way that it will exit all the trades at break even. So I will not lose on this trade. So it will try the first trade to make profit. If it doesn't, then it will try to exit the trade, like all the position in a break even. So I will not lose money on. This is what I mean. We use the position and the money management of DWM. Now you can use a lot of ways in the DWM to do this. Like the DWM, it has option to have a maximum number of trades, maximum number of position size. You can have also different parameters for the martingale. If you don't want martingale, you can switch it off. So you can use grid and martingale and different strategies to try to exit the trades. If you have to enter more than one trade, then you can exit all the basket of trades without losing. Okay. Now, I will give you an example of modifying the source code, and I will show you some things how it's done. Okay. All right. So for example, as you see here, this is the indicator I showed you. This is the MetaTrader 4. And this indicator, which I just showed you, it's DWM Signals. It's my favorite indicator for confirming, like, as you can see here, it provides quite accurate signals. I mean, sometimes the market can go against you, but they are okay. They are fine. Like, let me just disable auto scroll. Okay, you can see here, like it went give you up, then it just give you this. So it gives you like good signal here. It was sell and went a little bit against you, and then okay. So this is it. I mean, you will try to get out of the bad signals with this indicator. All right. So let's see. How can I access to DWM Signals? It's a private indicator. If you want it, I can give it to you. It's $100, so it's not a big problem. All right. So all right. So let's see how we can modify this source code for the DWM. Okay. Let me show you first the source code. Okay, here, this is the source code for this DWM, all right? So this source code is what makes the robot work. It's what is the logic behind the robot. It's what makes it buy, sell, do things like this. So for example, let's say you want to modify, let's say you want to modify the entries, okay? This is where the entries, this section at line 186 is where the entries are decided. The first entry is decided based on, as you can see, it's based on stochastics. So here it's based on moving average and stochastics if you use the trading criteria, because it has trending trades, sorry, based on trend. This is based on the trending criteria, and this is based on the counter trend. So you can see here, you have like trades based on here, as you can see in the main algorithm, and in the settings, you can see that it has buy trend, sell trend. This is if you want to trade with the trend, and buy counter, sell counter if you want to trade against the trend. And these are done here. So if you want, for example, to add more criteria, you can add more criteria in this section. This is where you can say, okay, I want the rules only to be for trending, so I can disable this one. Here, I can just simply disable. I can just come here and disable this, like, okay. So now it will only work with trending, okay? So it will not take counter trend. And if I want to add, for example, some other criteria, like, let's say I want to make more rules for this. Like I want that when it will take these trades, let's say I want to add another moving average. So I can just say that I want to add another moving average. Like I want also, let's say here we have this moving average. We can say I want to add another moving average, like I will call it 2, and I have to change the name here to 5, okay? And I want that the close will be below this, for example, and I want that, let's say that the second moving average will have like a longer time, longer setting than the first one. And I want that the shorter moving average will be above the longer moving average for a buy trend. So it's very easy. I can just simply, by the way, the second one is for the buy, where it returns -2, and the first one, which is 2, this is for the sell. Okay, so if I want to modify for the buy, I modify the second one. So it's easy. I just okay, I will just put it here like this, and it's just like this. IMA4 is more than IMA5, and this is the condition I added. So I have to do it like on both lines, because so it will be like this is for the sell, this is for the buy, so it will do it, but we have to be careful that this will have to be in below, like the moving average 4 should be less than 5. Now you have to also note something, that when we put this MA period here, this is a setting for the moving average, and we have to I mean, this is not like a video about MQL4 programming, but I will just show you how it's done, so it will be easier. So I will just put another parameter here for MA period 2, let's say equal 200. Okay, so we only want these trades to be taken if the trades, we only want to buy if the if it's above the 200 moving average. We want to sell if it's below the 200 moving average. So like this, we have added a criteria for this. Okay, now this is one way of dealing with the first trade. Now we have just modified the first trade. Now let's say, for example, as you know, the other trade is based just on grid. Now the other trades, I told you there's the first trade, there are the other trades. Now with the other trades, maybe we don't want to use the grid. Maybe we want to use some signal from a moving average crossover. So it will not automatically add trace. Let me just show you what I mean by grid and what I mean by signals. Let's say the grid is actually like this. Okay, this is the grid. It will give you, for example, let's say this is a grid. This is a grid, which means that these are like somehow same distance from each other, and it will go down. For example, you want to buy every time the level of the next level, like the next level is reached by the price, without taking into consideration if the market is reversing up or not. So in a grid, this is how the software does it. It works that, okay, market will go down and then it will start to retrace, and then it will calculate the break-even point and get out of things at break-even, so it will not lose. However, you can do something even more intelligent. Let's say you have the market and it moves down against you. So you have like one buy here. Let's say it didn't like get to your target, all right? Like it didn't reach the target. Your target is here, it didn't reach it. So what we can do, we can program this so it will only enter trades whenever we have a buy arrow. So it will not like enter as a grid, because as you see here, it went down long way. So it will just enter one trade here, and the second trade will be here. In this case, the break-even point will be much better than doing with a grid. So if you start here with 0.01 and then it goes down against you like 185 pips, you will be down maybe $20, just $20. You will not be like losing too much. So when you buy it at this level, and you have here this, so 180, so it's around 90, the break even. So this is the break even point. So like this, you have like a much better break-even point when you do it this way. All right, is this clear? So this is a flexible way for you to be able to control your drawdowns, and you can also use it to enhance your system performance overall, and like this. So this is concerning the others. This is where you modify the others. Now, how it's done, let's say, for example, you have some custom indicator that you want to use. Now, as I said, it's not a programming video about MQL4. I will just give like basic stuff. So we want, for example, that, let me just get some, let's say we want to use the moving average, which is the first one, this one, which is based on 25. Okay, so here we have the settings. We called IM, the moving average, all right? Now, we want that it will only add to a buy position if it's above this moving average. So we will put here the condition add, and it will be here IMA underscore this one 4. And we want to sell when it also is below the moving average. So it will be like, this is kind of a filter. So it's not like directly a grid. Like this, we will have, if there's a very big movement, we will be protected in this way. And this should improve the drawdown. You can test this if you want. If you have the source code, you can test it. And you can refer to my earlier videos or the other videos on our channel on YouTube for how to optimize, how to test, and things like this. So this is how you modify. So also, for example, if you bought this and you want to make a business of it and sell it and modify everything, you can change here the like the comments. You know, every EA, it has comments. So you can modify them here, edit them, and you can change. You can change anything you want. You can change the copyright, description, everything on the EA, okay? So all this can be changed. Now, also this can be changed, or it can be just, if you want to just like hide it altogether, it's just easy. You just go up here and you put like this, and it's fine. Now it will hide. Also here, like with the money management, you can modify this if you want that it will close at a certain level and stop trading. Also, you can modify in this places. So this is as for the DWM, you can modify and you can change, and this is actually how it works. Now, yeah, I think this should be it for the EA. If somebody has any questions, please feel free to contact me. Okay, Greg, no problem. Okay. So anybody has any questions? Any questions, guys? I love to answer questions. We are done for today. If you have no questions, then I don't know. We are done for today then. You are welcome. You are welcome. I will... guys, if you have any ideas for next webinars, if you want to suggest any topics to discuss, I will be very happy to be with you. Okay, so feel free to do anything. Now, just for today, I have like let me just tell you something. It's important. Yeah, I have a special offer. Now, the source code is usually $500. And I'm doing a special price for today for $250, and you will get the 3 source code, which is for the original version 1 of the DWM, the second version, which has the hidden limits, and the 5th version, which uses the MAs as filters. So you will have these 3 versions for $250, and this offer is only available for the next 2 hours after this webinar. And this is the link for, I will put this link. This is the address. I will just copy and yeah, I will put it here. Yeah, of course, I can also include for you the CCI divergence. No problems with that. Okay. So this is the link to get the thing. I mean, just send me an email after you order. Send me an email to this address. The trade. Okay, send me an email to this address if you want anything specific from me, or if you need anything that is not here. Okay, guys. So nice having you today. I'm very happy to be able to explain to you a little bit how the customization is done. And if you need any help, feel free to contact me. Okay. So bye for now, and take care, guys. Bye bye.